Hello, this is Denton Yoder, instructor for BSE 2304, the Biological Systems Engineering CAD class. This lesson is going to be a quick one about how I would draw a baseball field. So I have my document on the left, which is not actually an accurate drawing, but that's what I'm going to use to draw this. And it tells me the dimensions to use to draw my baseball field. The one note is that it does not show the outfield. I'll have to put that in myself. Okay, jumping into it. Instead of using ortho to go straight, I'm going to use the polar tracking on a 45 so that I can draw on a 45. When I draw my first line, I'm going to drag it on a 45 and type in 60. So my first baseline is 60 that way. Roll the wheel out. Drag to the left. If it doesn't roll out far enough, we can zoom extents to make it go further. I'll show that on the next one here. I'm going to go to the left, 60. I roll out, it doesn't go. I'm going to hit enter to get out of the line command. Double click the wheel, does a zoom extents, which resets my zoom ratio, and I'm good to go again. Go on a 45, 60 feet, back to my starting point. While I'm doing this, I notice that the infield line, or the infield area, gives me a 6-foot wide base path, which is 3 foot inside and 3 foot outside the base path. So to start, I'm going to offset 3 to the inside. So I have my baseline and I have a line 3 to the inside. If I draw circles on all the outside vertices with a radius of 9, I can trim out my base path. Okay, home plate, I keep the exterior. First, second, and third, I don't need the triangle anymore. Okay. These aren't really bases, they kind of look like it, but they're 3-foot boxes. I'm just going to erase those boxes as well. Okay, I have my base path and I have the interior. Whoops, I got rid of my arc. Let me circle here, 9, trim. Okay, so now I need the pitching mound and I need the outfield. Before I do the outfield, though, I will offset my first baseline and my third baseline. I'm going to offset them 3 to the outside, and I can finish trimming the bottom circle. And I don't need this 3x3 square. To get the pitching mound, I'm going to draw a line up from the home plate, line from home plate up 46. I'm going to draw a circle, and its radius is 5. Okay. To find the left field and right field edge lines, I need to go 300 feet for the left and right lines and 350 for center. That's actually really easy to do. There's a lengthen command. Lengthen. Total 350 on this center line. And that will show us where center line or center field is. I'm going to hit enter to get out of lengthen, enter to get back in so I don't have to type it. T for total, 300. And I don't want to grab the outside line. I want to grab the actual baseline. And that gives me the outside. Enter to get out of the lengthen command, double click my wheel, arc, endpoint, endpoint, endpoint. Don't need the center line anymore. A line I'm missing is the 50-foot arc off of the pitching mound. But I know where the pitching mound is. If I look in my snaps, I have center point turned on, so I can just circle from the center point 50. Now, this one's a kind of weird one. I need to extend these outside lines up to the circle and then trim off the backside. I can actually do this in one command. The trim command, if you hold down the shift command, becomes extend. And then let go of it, and I'm back to trim. So, and I can get rid of the little segment that went through the bottom. Okay, I drew the lines. I've got the baseline being shown. I don't have to. I could erase that. It doesn't need to be there. They're showing it as a dotted line here. If I undo and bring it back, I could pull up a layer for dotted or dashed if I want to do that. I don't know, maybe that's cute. To do that, and to set the other properties, I'm going to use layers. Layers, I'm going to make a new layer, call it field lines. If I type a comma, it'll let me create another one. I'm going to put in hatching grass. Okay. So my field lines, I'm going to make them jump out at me. Purple, and my grass, I'm going to make green. Grass got to be green. Okay. So if I hatch, H for hatch, out here, and in here, it didn't go green. Why? Because I never set the layer. But I can put it on the right layer by just clicking it. Everything except for the hatch is supposed to be field lines. So I selected everything and then let go of the hatch by hitting shift and picking the hatch to let go of it. So I was able to recover. Now, if I want some dashed lines or dotted lines, one way to do that is to make a new layer for that. That is, normally I will have a layer for hidden lines, but I can actually just do it to those two lines and override the default settings. The way I would do that is in a properties. But before I do that, I'm going to type in line type, load, and go down and find, I think I'll use hidden. So now hidden is a loaded line type. And when I grab those lines, Control 1 for properties, I can set their line type to be hidden. And I probably need an LT scale around 10 to be reasonable. All right. That's my drawing of a baseball field. Have a good one. Bye-bye.